All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. It's been a while since I've done the FANG and blue chip, so we will be looking at Meta at Facebook and Amazon. Yeah, I think we're looking at Amazon on this one. Look, there is nothing better than breaking every single horizontal line while all it does is ride the eight. I mean, this is textbook. This is what is beautiful about my videos. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I'll get into the details obviously, but I can't tell you how pretty this looks right here, just zooming in a little bit more. Real quick, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our five moving averages. There's definitely a lot. I'll probably delete these and do them again, but we have these horizontal support and resistance lines. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, if you can please like and subscribe, it does really well with the YouTube algorithms. And nonetheless, I'm really glad you're here, okay? And if you disagree with anything, hey, throw it in the comments, all right? I'm not here pretending I know everything, and I'd really rather you tell me than mess up my money. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. Again, I'm gonna delete the lines, but you can already see how beautiful it was when they were there and all that sort of stuff. It's just a little noisy. Yeah, 15 lines, a lot of lines. So look, breaks the 8, breaks the 20. When you're over both lines, I'm telling you, that's when it's even better, right? And from there, all it does is just ride the two lines up, especially after it gets away from the 50 right here. Just a real clean break of the 100 and the 200, right? You can definitely see it here, right? The last, what is this, 3, 6, 8 days have been trading under the 8 moving average, and we're now a perfect textbook doji right on the 20, right? So this is the uncertainty question, and really what the issue is this green. I know it's gapped right here, but that's clearly green, right? Can very quickly turn to red. So we'll see if there's any sort of support line, maybe on the weekly or something we can draw. But yeah, that doji for sure makes sense, right? There's so much uncertainty over, are we going to bounce? Look, we really haven't used the 20 since the 50 right here. And really a lot of this 20 you can almost argue is like part of the 50 orbital than it is the 20 itself, right? But this is the first time we're relying on the 20 since November. And I mean, I'm telling you, look how textbook that is, right? Because you lose that line and we're knocking on the door and it's literally right where that line is. Whew, hard fall pretty much to here, right? So yeah, I don't have to say that too much. Hopefully, we don't lose the 200. I've been saying this. This is a common theme on most of my stocks now, right? Especially the longer ones that I've been looking at, not these newer recent runners. But yeah, if you're over the 200, you're day to day bullish on me, right? If you're over it on the weekly, it's obviously even better. It's you know what I mean, right? But yeah, don't lose this. Don't make me lose the confidence that Meta just gained. You know what I mean? So yeah, bunch set. So let's go to the weekly. Let's see what, if anything, can be drawn. And again, just look. This green on the weekly could be really bad if this is lost. This 160 range is going to be huge. Obviously, it should be hard to lose, but look, this was the first break of the 50 in a long time, and none of these are good confirmation. We're pretty much on 50% candle, maybe a little bit over it, but yeah, if this is lost, that's a quick fall down to this. Red turns to green, which really could turn to red down to here. You know what I mean? So just a couple things to worry about before I do draw the lines real quick. So, man, I'm telling you, what I was really looking for, like I said, I guess let me draw this. What does that 1/6? That's what I was hoping for. That's that middle between the gap, because I'm telling you, it's a quick drop down otherwise, right? And hopefully that 160 is actually able to catch the fall. We'll put that line there. We'll put that line there. Cool. Now look, I think this actually might be a pretty interesting line as well, actually. It's not really worth it, I'll be honest with you, but this is more of an immediate line. This 180 would be a good break to consider an entry or a re-entry, right? Because if you can hit this 180, you've definitely cleared this 8 moving average and you've actually used this as a bounce point up. So just a little an earlier entry if you want one. But let me zoom out and see what other lines we can draw up at least. Let's go ahead and put this bad boy right there. I like that guy. And then yeah, there's a bunch down. But see, the next one I would draw is here. Yeah, and it's kind of in that bucket right there. So all these down, these are pretty much the next ones down. So I don't actually think I need to draw any lines down because we actually do have at least these next two. So hopefully we're by no means talking about 130, right? If we lose the 200 moving average, that's when maybe we'll start talking about this. But you've still got this line, you've still got this line. We now see that there's a key weekly support that might help us on the daily. Yeah, hopefully we do not talk about 130 on Meta. And yeah, we talked about the weekly as well, right? Yeah, we talked about the 50. Perfect. Yeah, that's a good little review of Meta right there. Okay, Amazon. Oh man, clearly not as good as Meta, and really the biggest difference was that 200 pivot. So where was the 200? This is on 2-2. When did Meta do it? Oh man, was it on 2-2? Look at that, hilarious. So look, this is why I say it. I for real did not look at that before I make these videos. If I don't practice these, you can tell a lot of times I like see stuff for the first time when I'm doing these. Okay, Meta did the opposite of what Amazon wanted to do. If this broke the 200, these down here would have gone up here just like we saw, right? Unfortunately, that look, obviously it just gets over it, right? I see it, you see it, but you know so much. I don't care about this first one. Why? Because the same thing we just said over there. It's been a while. Man, this one's actually been a good while. It's been a good while. Man, even past this actually, all the way to here. It's been since December 21 since we've been over the 200 moving average, okay? And I need good confirmation, right? So clearly that gap down wasn't it. It was supposed to gap up and continue, right? So, man, rough to say the least. But yeah, where are we now? Look, we are basically in a cluster of moving averages, right? This is definitely a little on the higher side, so you can almost ignore that one and say it's in a cluster of these four, right? So it's definitely down here. Hopefully, you can at least bounce up to maybe this one, but you know I say it. It's hard to get over two lines that are that stacked, right? So this seems like a real tough resistance, this 89.25 give or take. And then oh man, it would be really bad if this is lost. If we lose the 50 moving average, if we lose 94, there's potentially a good because you see it, right? Green with a couple insignificant reds. We're already at this plateau right here, right? So these right here can easily be some red candles that take us maybe to this guy or this guy. I'd probably draw this. I would like to hope. Would this one save us? No, I don't even think so. I think this would save us. Where would this line put us? Maybe it'd be this guy, but honestly, I think it's going to be this guy. So, yeah, honestly, I, I don't think it's coming up here. I don't think it's going to hit the 100. Maybe it'll hit this, like I said, 98 and change, and then maybe bounce back down. But that's not a good MACD, and we're about to come into the negative. That's been a bad RSI for a minute, and I mean, I'm still seeing red over green on both of them, right? I know it looks like it wants to curve up, but it's been pretty tight for a minute. I'm more interested in this like slope down. This red line has been holding the slope down pretty consistently. So I know 30 is supposed to be that oversold thing, but yeah, I'm kind of accounting for it with that little bounce up to here and then kind of come down, right? So I'm very worried here. And look, a lot of the story is right here, right? This is the first good break on the 20 in a good while. Definitely not the confirmation candle I want, right? And then we pretty much go on it and then under both lines. We're under both lines, right? Yeah, we are. That's not good. That makes me really believe that, like, yeah, 92, give or take 50% of this thing is probably where we're headed, right? Do we have a line for 92? We don't. Where does 92 put us? Oh, almost at the bottom of this guy. Almost at the bottom of this one. Interesting. I'm not going to draw this because that's close enough to the 50 for me. But yeah, maybe 92 does something. Either way, I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold that. So cool. Hey, I think that's a good one for these two. I sincerely appreciate your time. Have a great one.